A very good morning to Kigali and our listeners beyond Kigali, Rwanda. This is 89.7 Contact FM and you're just tuned in for News Review this Friday morning. It's Friday, but I don't know if watu wamefurahia. Mose, umefurahia leo?
I love the way you pose the question. It's like you're not sure about the question. It's Friday for
No,
real.
I'm not sure about the people around me. Yeah.
It's a good Friday, I can say.
It's a good Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. What are you looking up to?
Oh, lots.
Like what?
Lots
Like what?
unfolding. Lots unfolding. It's a Friday. It's a weekend, I mean. So.
Speaking of Fridays and weekends and that kind of stuff, I mean, most people are just happy like, oh, it's a weekend. For most people, of course, it's about the break from their work. But what do you do when you get bored, Albert?
Already?
When there's no that plan is just not there, and what do you do?
I mean, I've requested to have an extra time beyond the 24 hours per day, and I'm still waiting. So you're telling me when I get bored?
I guess definitely God will not grant you that.
You see? No, I'm not there. I don't know what that means. So look for somebody else, another victim.
Instead, Albert needs more time,
Yeah.
Interesting.
So talk to us, Albert. Welcome to the show.
Yes, and good morning.
Morning. But just before you walked in, I was asking Moses that, it's a Friday and it really doesn't feel like a furahi day to people around me.
Well, around you, that was only Moses until I got in, So ask me. But you're right. I mean, even this morning, I was surprised to just discover that we were Friday.
You had no idea it's already Friday.
Yeah, it's already Friday. So that means tomorrow is Saturday,
Yes.
So I was surprised, and it looked more. My feeling was we were in the middle of the week somewhere. Eventually Thursday, but not Friday. So I must have skipped a day.
I guess things tend to run so fast and quick for us when, particularly when we're caught up with these duties and all this kind of stuff. Everything just keeps going on and on and on and on and on, and
yeah.
Before you know it, the week has come to an end. So, Albert, this morning, and Moses, of course, quite a number of things I'll be taking a look at, and today I'm starting with Inyarwanda, inyarwanda.com. And at inyarwanda.com, they've posted something about this artist. She's called Kelly Rowlands, an American artist. Well, the artist...
so is it inyamerica.com or Inyarwanda?
Inyarwanda.com.
Okay.
I'm talking about America.
Okay, well, yeah, it makes sense.
America.
When you started talking about this artist,
Yeah.
I was looking at Teta, Loles.
Exactly.
That's what you're waiting.
It comes as a surprise. I'm like, is there a new addition to the showbiz? The one Kelly Rowland.
So what's wrong with that article?
It's not about even it's not like there's something wrong about the article.
What happened to Kelly Rowland?
But let me just say about what Kelly Rowland has done, and that's the fact that she's expectant. And she's about to deliver, then she's gone ahead to take nude photos for Elle magazine. Quite a common trend amongst, the American artists.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
female American artists. Such that, whenever they are pregnant, and they'd go and take these nude pics for
magazines.
For magazines, Ebony, I don't know who.
Yeah,
them,
but they're soft magazines, eh? They're not hard magazines. It's about art, right? It's about beauty.
So
it's about aesthetics, right?
What's the beauty in nudity?
No.
Hey, man. You remind me when
I didn't see that coming.
you remind me of
they say great minds think alike.
Small minds too, but you remind me of the Nuba. Because they used to be just fully naked, 24 hours, 24/7. And when they saw the first Arabic coming from the north and dressed up and
clothes.
with all those beards and stuff like that, and they
Yes.
say, well, it's they found it very normal that these guys had to dress up because they were not as beautiful as them. You know? so
So it felt-
so I mean, this is your natural thing. If your face can be beautiful, if your fingers can be beautiful, I mean, you do a lot of that, and you do a lot also to have your body beautiful. So for me, nudity is beauty.
And, you know,
It's dressed up that is just
Yeah.
adding a something.
Yeah.
But your first beauty is nudity.
Yes, Moses.
you know, you just cross down over here. You just cross 3 borders and go to Swaziland. Oh my goodness! You know, when you go to Swaziland,
Mswati.
But you guys grew up in the shadow of the buildings of Nairobi. You know, so of course, but the natural way is to be nude.
that is it.
Okay,
You know,
yeah, there's
you know
so
what,
much-
what,
there's
what
so
I
much
was
of-
saying.
of scanty dressing out
You know
there.
what I was saying even about Swaziland.
Yes.
These women, the way they're walking around, the way they dress, you know, they're topless and stuff like that. But to them, they feel nothing about that.
Not just to them.
It's
Even
natural to them.
The guys, even the guys who are around, it's
The
natural.
guys around them, it's normal. There's nothing like, you know,
and
you know.
it used to be very natural.
It's
to
very,
see.
very natural.
Actually, it's most of the time it's because you've had an introduction of religion coming always from the same side of the world. By the way, it's
Yeah.
always Middle East religions. They come and they say, "Hey,"
They introduce some
because of
beliefs,
what? Because at the origin,
Yeah.
they were not beautiful. These guys were so ugly that they had to dress up, and they tried to impose
Now
to the
they
whole
introduce
world.
us, you know, clothing
You
to
know?
make us, you know. But I think for the cases of like the Kelly Rowlands, yeah, you know, when a magazine poses a photo of such a, you know, like an artist, you know, nude and pregnant, I think the idea could be behind it, you know, the appreciation of motherhood. You understand? Appreciation of motherhood.
Okay.
And that's the other side now. Also, you've seen someone who was. I mean, there's one thing. But the roaring lion has just come in, so he might help me on the name that I just.
I'm happy he's walked in with his clothes on.
Of course. You won't see.
What
lion-
is the beauty in nudity? Are you serious?
Yeah, this
What
guy-
kind of women or men have you been hanging with?
That's caught you now.
You
Oh
see,
my
brother.
God.
That's caught you,
Beauty
brother.
of
You know?
nudity.
Now look how many pieces
Tell me
of
more.
clothes
Tell me
he's
more
wearing
about-
today.
Tell me more about
You know?
nudity.
He can't. That is. But tell me about what.
Oh, I enjoy it. Trust me.
What is,
especially during the weekend?
what is that? That lady. Come on, I know.
The nude lady?
Na 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 na.
What the hell is that?
Come on.
Sounds a bit
very
familiar.
And Bobby was the husband.
Bobby Brown?
Brown, yeah.
Whitney Houston?
The lady.
Are you kidding me?
I forgot.
What song was that?
Old
school.
Oh, my
Ah,
love
My
is
Love
your
Is Your
love.
Love. I thought it was Elisa Bonita. I was going to say Madonna.
all of those songs, even though Woman No Cry is so close to it. But you see, I remember, what's the name again?
Whitney Houston.
Alzheimer. Whitney. I remember when she started, she was such a kid, and it was so whitewashed, produced by that it didn't sound anything. Then when she met the brother, and when she became a woman,
Yeah.
I said, now that is something, you know. When the first songs, the first album, when she had become a woman, and now she was talking.
In fact, she even sang "I'm Every Woman."
Oh,
Yeah, every woman.
oh,
Okay.
but
It's all in me.
don't
Not
forget
in you,
it.
though.
Don't
Not
forget
having
it.
one of those moments.
Albert,
Yes.
don't forget it that it's only after when she met the brother, she started getting high and high.
Yeah. So.
It all changed.
She was flying high. That's a choice, you know. That's not my life.
That's a choice.
You know, that's
Very
her
true.
life, you know. But she became so physically also beautiful. She now had reached maturity, and she was there.
A new skin on, sure. What is
Yeah.
that?
But anyways, there's nothing wrong with nudity if it's in good taste. That's my take.
So
on
what's good taste of nudity?
it. Did you see that picture of Kelly Rowland?
They've not posted
And
it.
really.
What do you have?
Google it, my friend. Google it.
What I have here, what I have on the Nyarwanda is the semi nudity, kind
And
of.
does
But
it look
that's
good?
censored for
Does
that.
it look good?
It's semi nude.
Does it look good?
Whoa.
To me, it looks
So,
great.
so what's the
No,
problem?
no,
then?
no. The point is,
Yes.
for Elle magazine, she did that totally.
Yeah,
nude
but what's
one.
what's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
What-
If it's beautiful,
But Elle magazine is not a pornographic magazine.
Magazine,
I guess that's what you were saying. It's soft.
aesthetics.
Yeah,
It's-
it is.
So
no, but
when
not
you
just
have-
soft. It's aesthetics.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
This kind
beautiful.
of nudes is not it's not the cheap kind of nudity. Those nudes are
It's like the
artistic.
Swazi
So
nudity.
it's either yeah.
The kind Moses was talking about.
No, it's natural. It's
you know,
natural.
Albert, now, let me just even get out of the Kelly Rowlands.
Yes.
Before Michael,
You were all up in there.
Yeah.
By the way, I saw. Are you having? But yours is covered. Maybe that's why it doesn't work. Because you can shave your beard with your iPhone 6, huh?
Yeah, you can.
When you have it,
This
because
does that. I wish-
it takes the everyone is complaining that you put it on your ear and your beard is gone or your hair is gone. You
And
know,
that's
It's just-
funky thing,
you
yeah, I don't know why.
if you want a smooth, it embraces the curves of your body. You know, and it
It
bends.
has a magnetic effect actually when you know.
It's not magnetic, It's just, it's really. I saw the pictures, not in Elle magazine, but I saw the pictures. You know?
But now, even talking of nudity, I was let me just even move away from now the West and stuff like that, the Kelly Rowlands and that.
Yeah.
I was perusing through the New Times and I see.
It seems to me that you spend a lot of your time perusing.
Okay, peruse that.
you know what I see in the pages, the cartoon of the day. Two students, male and female, nude in bed, and the question the cartoonist is asking: is it right for students to share a bed in school?
Yeah. So it's two of the same sex.
sex.
Because me in my head I was going somewhere else.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, there
Yes.
was.
You
Yeah.
know, that's why I
You
felt-
just dribbled us and
I
left us in the
failed to
wind.
get. I failed to get. His question because I think what he's speaking about is the same sex. Because
Yeah,
what
I
kids in a mixed
do-
school,
yeah,
sharing.
no,
a
Yeah,
bed.
boys would have their.
I thought you were talking about some extracurricular.
No.
activities.
I wasn't talking
No.
about.
No.
It's just simple as it
Yeah,
sounds.
yeah,
like,
no,
kids
it has
sharing a bed in high
indeed
school.
in these boarding schools. It has happened when they don't have enough beds, and they have and some kids have ended up having to share the same bed.
Yes.
I don't think it's good. I don't even think it's a healthy thing to do.
It's not a good thing, actually.
Yeah.
That's what I also think. Because these kids, they come from very different backgrounds. You don't know who comes from where.
You know,
The
it
upbringing
would
and
be
stuff.
very difficult to for me to answer this question
Why?
because since we were kids for a lifetime until maybe I became independent and walking on my own feet without the parents, we've been sharing the beds.
Very true.
But
I mean,
as a family though, as
as
brothers and
not
sisters
not
and
just
friends of
no,
the family.
Well, yeah, the
So-
house
so-
was
so-
always full.
Exactly,
You know,
exactly.
so about sharing the bed, about sharing. Stuff.
But Alba, let me ask you.
I just
be-
say
before you
these
even
were,
explain.
these were the days.
No,
These
before
were the
you even
days.
explain.
These were the
Those
days.
were the days.
Yes,
Those were the days.
exactly.
But now
and
these are
that's-
changing
and that's
times.
family.
And you want to
It's
move
not
on-
even-
and you want
it's
to
not
move
even about
on.
changing times because even in your own family,
Yeah.
that you have many kids. You have kids who come to visit. Just the other day, I had a birthday for my kids,
Yes.
and some kids sleep over. So obviously, you're not going to go out and buy some new beds. They're
Very
kids and they're having fun. They're enjoying even spending the night and being on the same bed and just goofing off and playing. So that's not the issue. The issue now is these are secondary
It is
school
school,
kids
yeah.
who
grown-up kids, yeah.
grown-up kids who have to start learning, being independent and looking after their own things.
Yeah.
And it's highly inappropriate that they have now they're not making them share the bed for other reasons. It's because obviously there are too many kids and not enough beds. But a solution needs to be found for that. Because then you end up being you're not even you see in the family setting, these are your friends, these are your relatives,
These are your
this is
sisters
maybe
and
even a
brothers,
person you don't even like because you haven't chosen. They tell you
He's
okay,
snoring.
yeah.
He stinks.
And some people
His
like
feet.
these stories of Gupfumbata and stuff like that. They want to get close to you. It's
Spooning.
like,
They want to spoon
and
it.
you're like, stop it, Moses. You knew I had to go there. You knew I had to go
But
there.
what's wrong with the cartoon? With the cartoon, because the cartoon. No, apparently it's different. They're not.
Yeah,
the
you know-
different
you know-
sex there.
What I see in the cartoon.
Yes, it's different sexes.
You know,
eh?
it's like
Yeah.
and they're topless. You know, like I was even trying to think what
But-
message is he
but
saying?
On
you
the
know-
cartoon, they're
It's a
different.
boy and a girl.
Yeah, it shows a boy
Okay,
and
so
a
it's
girl.
a, it's a
Topless.
totally different story than what we were just talking about.
Maybe
I-
it's
I didn't get it, you know, the question
scriptwriter-
he poses.
The scriptwriter might be the one because the guy obviously has some talent, but the scriptwriter is maybe not always on the page.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, to me,
Maybe.
it sends some wrong signal.
But still
But they are learning.
It's a learning curve. It's about the curves to learn.
both in and out of class, right?
Learning never stops. my
It
friend.
never stops, my friends. And still sticking with the New Times, just directly below that particular pic, there's also something to do with teacher-student relationship. Cases of teacher-student relationships are on the increase in schools, despite the threat of HIV and AIDS, mainly contracted through cross-generational sex. But
What?
with that's what's written there. But now again, taking a look at that. Hey,
I wouldn't. No, I understand you. I forgive you because you're not the one who said it. But I hardly see why they jump to that. That is not the biggest problem of teacher-student
student
relationship.
Yeah.
Is not the biggest problem is not HIV. The biggest problem is that relationship.
Relationship.
more of
Yes,
it to begin with.
exactly.
But at least I'm happy you've not had a case of a teacher disappearing with a 15-year-old that they see it in the UK, the rampage and stuff like that. So I'm happy for that. At least we haven't had such cases. But no, at the end of the day,
What
So-
cases?
So is
You lost me there. You lost me there.
Dribble in the wind.
You moved as fast as those people.
Moses' concern?
I was
Moses'
like,
concern
yeah.
is underage, girls or something of that, or boys.
No.
But
No.
Is
Yeah.
it even
But
about the
that's-
age?
let's look at it
The
as-
idea
But they're the
is
students.
Michael.
So
Teacher,
to the
student
teacher, they're
relationship.
underage.
the title
anyways.
is one is a teacher and
the
another
one is a
student.
student.
So the kind of relationship that ties them together that does not have anything to do with a sexual relationship. There should be a very clear line between that. Teacher, students. It's about academics. Build my social life. Inspire me as a teacher. That is all.
But I bet, however much
yeah.
you'd want to, on any other platform, would
Yeah.
always condemn such stuff.
Yeah.
But
Not
the
here. Not
reality
here.
is that it keeps on occurring, recurring, time and again,
But just ask yourself, since when?
Whoa,
Since humanity is humanity.
yes.
Yeah, so this is part of nature, man. I mean, we try to do to manage it as the culture comes and goes and changes and all that. But in reality, it has been
happens.
there.
It's very difficult. Now, there was a time where teachers were older and kids looked younger. Now teachers are getting younger
younger, and
and,
then the
kids
kids
are
are-
growing too damn fast. Some of these 18-year-olds really look like they are 20-something.
Lion, I saw some kid in Kenya, a 14-year-old,
Yeah.
who impregnated the teacher and 4 fellow students.
Seriously?
So at 14, he's a father to 4.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
So he already got that one out
the
of
boy
the
has
way.
machismo.
That's called overachieving.
But then you burn fast, man.
It deserves an award, I guess.
But you
For
know,
that.
by the time he's 30, his kids are going to university. By the time he has just finished college,
And again, now,
What
today
else? What
I'm
else?
still keeping
You're
you
on
on
a roll,
relationships. I'm still keeping you on this love stuff. EGHead.com. There's the story on the prison guard who married an inmate. But again, this is like from out there,
From
It's
out. What do you mean out there?
So it's
It's
EGHead.com
from
is
Rwanda.
That's in
Rwanda.
Rwanda.
Yeah, no, EGHead.com is for Rwanda.
Yeah.
But the
But what
story
is
is from
happening?
America.
You take us to Rwanda. Instead, you take us to
America.
US.com.
In America.
Now it's another EGS.
At least, that's...
but it's timeless, huh? So
yeah.
But it is kind of related to what you were saying.
yes.
It's all about these
Relationship.
people who are in relationships
Together.
are people who are together for a biggest chunk of the day. Now, a prison guard probably hangs out more with prisoners than other regular people. So somehow you are bound to have friends in there. You are bound to start having a relationship.
Very true.
Or even if you are a male guard for females or a female guard for males. So it's not uncommon.
Very sexy.
You try to keep people apart and try to tell people to stay professional, but we're human beings.
Very true.
You know? And some of these
attracted
prisoners
to
are quite
magnets.
hot. Yeah.
Maybe somebody needs to advise them to have more of
AC.
ACs.
AC.
Most of the
and stuff
time it's
like
because
that.
it's so cold that they get together to get warmer.
You guys, okay, don't get it wrong or something, but
Oh, we got you
No,
wrong a long time ago. That train has already left the station.
It's already twisted.
you guys know when I left our office and
Yes.
out there, and,
Yes.
I had a chat with some
Really?
guys. The guys are not nationals of Rwanda. Actually, they were visiting over, so
Okay.
we had a chat.
Uh-huh.
So something dawned on me. The kind of narration these guys were giving me about why they came to Rwanda and the thing they were telling me, they got me shocked.
Really?
I made
Is it
some
because of the
discoveries.
Swazi girls?
I made some. Sorry.
Because of the Swazi girls that came to Rwanda?
Basically, it's about the girls.
You
know what?
You see?
What these guys are asking me? Do you know, you
Because
guys?
there is a
you
nest
have
here.
one of the best women in the African soil. That's what they were telling me.
Best. What, they tested them?
Come on, I'm talking about physique. Come on,
you
I'm
mean
talking about physique.
I mean, it's
But
about
you
the
know,
looks.
there is, it's not a coincidence.
What is it?
The way people look here, especially the chicks, that was a choice. They've created themselves like that.
But now I even found it very interesting, Michael.
Albert, just
The people themselves.
No,
Here-
but it's
They've been
reality.
breeding-
Dude, it's reality.
It is reality. There is a nest here. You know?
Because even these guys were telling me, do you know?
I'm refraining from saying anything because I still need to enjoy them while I'm here.
Because
That's being said. Yeah, go ahead.
even one of these guys was telling me
You know, just sign with another name, man. Sign with another name. What?
that our beautiful women. That's why I said it from the first part. Don't get me wrong. Our women could be a part of tourist attraction to Rwanda. People want to
They
come and
are.
see
Could
these
be, they
beautiful
are.
women.
They are.
They're
They
also-
are.
Is that true?
They
You
are.
know, come on.
They
They
are.
are also part of our exportations.
My goodness. I didn't see that kind of man.
how much do they contribute to the GDP of Rwanda?
They contribute to their own
Maybe we
GDP.
should ask RDB to give us
Private GDP.
And that is why we have majority everywhere. Parliament, name it, you know.
women,
You see, women, you know.
My
But you know,
goodness.
one of the secrets, by the way, one of the secrets is that in this part, the very wise civilization that was in this region here, is because here, in the tradition, they don't cut off stuff from our ladies, from our kids, from our girls, from our women. They let women to develop and to emancipate, you know, instead of pushing them and you know, in other parts of Africa, you still have this thing that like it's such a macho mentality that they will cut off pieces of your body.
You know, what do you mean, the chop?
Okay,
What?
the circumcision. Do you,
FGM?
it's a
No, no, no,
female.
no.
So,
Genital
Albert, you're
mutilation.
surprising me so.
Yes.
Are you campaigning for that?
No,
Did I get you
it's-
wrong?
I say
it's-
the reason why they are beautiful
Oh,
is because
I-
they
oh,
haven't had to
that's-
suffer.
Oh,
they haven't-
okay. I
Contrary
get you
to
right.
what happens in other parts of Africa,
Yeah.
women have. It has been understood that women have to enjoy sex too, maybe without beating around the bush.
or manage it. If you can't do it by beating it, but just manage it. So
Albert wants to keep it modest, you know.
Yeah, but it's.
But you know that
You know, it's-
that's at some point very funny story.
But what you just said, but just
the female circumcision.
No.
Beating around the bush.
No. What you just say, but somehow. But you see, one of the things here is that in many other civilizations, cultures, sex is not to be enjoyed only by men. You see?
By men, yeah.
Only.
Because of the stereotype of, the
No, but
superiority. in
women
men.
have no right to enjoy.
To enjoy yourself.
And they'll make sure they do everything so that they can't enjoy because they are so jealous about.
But you're speaking
see?
about conservative societies, yeah?
No. Because in the very conservative society of Rwanda, to enjoy sex was a normal thing. Wasn't a sin. You see, it's those religions from that part of the world that have brought in sin as to sex. You see, and that's why you can't find beautiful women outside here.
And they declared, and they told us the missionary is the only accepted way of having sex. That's what they told us.
That's what they told me.
Yeah, but that's of course, because that's all they knew. That's all they knew, and it was all about one side enjoying of the case.
Yeah.
But did you know now? Back to my funny story.
Yes.
that at the we're talking about female circumcision, and it's considered to be a crime. It's considered to be a genital mutilation.
Yeah.
Do you know that also the Rwandese stuff has been listed in the UN as genital mutilation? Did you know that?
I didn't know that. But these guys on a row. Even last night, I saw another UN report saying the M23 had raped and all that. No, the UN is on the. They're on a mission. They're on a funny mission.
No, tell me about it. Tell me about that report.
No. I just want Lion to hold on to that thought.
Only in presence of his lawyer.
Yeah,
Call Kenyatta's lawyer.
I just want Lion to hold on to that thought.
Yes.
This is 89.7 Contact FM. You are listening to News Review, and today is the Friday edition. Definitely we're supposed to be pushing this for 1 hour. So we'll be taking a very quick break. And when we return, of course, Lion is going to get us talking
more details
more
about
details
that.
about that juicy story, right? This is News Review.
The newspaper review on Contact FM is brought to you in partnership with Fly Dubai. Fly to Dubai for only $399. Visit flydubai.com or your nearest travel agent.
Welcome back to 89.7 Contact FM. This is News Review. With me is Lion Imanzi and Moses Mekenya in the studio.
That's right.
That's
and
right.
It's Friday, my friend.
And it's Friday. It's Furahi Day. And we were just salivating, waiting for Lion's story here. So Lion, tell us more.
Tell us more of this mutilation.
Yes.
It's quite enjoyable.
Yes.
No, but seriously, so
Yes.
they had it on the list of genital mutilation, of things that should not be done. And probably they did not quite understand it. But I saw one time, there's this documentary I saw, I think it has gone around from this a young Canadian guy, I believe he's a Canadian, who goes around the world and tries to do documentaries about sexual practices in different countries, in different cultures. And he came here. So it was very interesting to hear him say it as a white man and talk about that thing of which I'm not going to talk about. Because I think my ratings my ratings amongst women as every time I open my mouth keeps going down and down. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like Francois Hollande of France. So I need them to love me back.
The women fraternity has started to alienate you.
Yeah.
They're saying we don't want more of Lion Imanzi now. He's becoming so unfriendly.
But they know I love them, especially the lesbians.
Oh, boy.
I love the lesbians.
So, what kind of relationship do you share
with the lesbians?
Yes.
Oh,
brotherly relationship again.
They love women. I love women. We're good to go. We have a beer and we talk about women.
No fights.
No
beef.
As long as you don't go after the same woman, because these guys can fight. Try to steal a girlfriend from a lesbian, my friend. You're in for a good fight. You would rather face Mike Tyson.
Yeah. it won't be coming down well on you.
So you're mentioning this thing, Moses, and I
Yes.
remember I was reading that yesterday of this lady. Well, know that this nurse, I believe in Spain,
Yes.
has
contracted
contracted
Ebola.
Ebola
Yes.
while taking care of a
of the other
patient of a
sick.
priest, I believe.
Yes,
and
who's
she made a
died.
mistake. So she followed all the procedures apparently, but then as the guy was expiring or dying, she held him she held his face. And she didn't think
Without
at that point that
any-
okay, now she has Ebola. She has a dog. She has a husband. I don't know which one comes first for her, but that's
dog.
their problem. but yeah, we would take it as a joke. But apparently, the dog is very important in that family.
Very true.
So, anyways, long story short, the dog may
Ebola.
have contracted Ebola.
Yeah.
So now, obviously, the authorities are saying, okay, they even went to court. They even
Over
went
the
to
dog.
court. No, they went to court. The authorities had to go to court to give that order to kill the dog.
To kill the dog. Yeah.
To say, okay, you know what? Let's deal with this. Let's kill the dog and then let's treat these other guys. So the husband, who has also been quarantined, is the one who alerted the world via social media. He said, "No, they're going to kill our dog." So now all these
There's a
animal
campaign.
rights activists
Yeah,
are
they
now
are
campaigning against killing that dog. So I'm thinking,
so- but
find out which neighborhood these guys live in. Just let the dog loose and tell people that the dog has
die.
Ebola and
Yeah.
see if they don't kill it themselves.
They will. Because actually, I was looking at
So
another.
presently is the dog quarantined or something?
Okay, it's
They-
in
they- I
isolation,
think
yeah.
they've taken the dog, they've isolated it.
Yeah.
They would have killed it if there was not all that brouhaha.
But another animal activist, the suggestion she was giving was like, they could, put the dog in isolation for the rest of its, stay maybe until it dies itself. But now, others also counter that and they say, it's the dog has rights, to be free and
live.
It's now contradicting everything. So there is this, like a buzz on Twitter everywhere, keep the dog alive. So you look at that. Then we are looking at 4,000 up here in the north.
And how many Africans? How many
that's what I'm
Africans
talking about,
are
4,000.
making that much noise? Kill
Do you
the
wonder?
damn dog.
No way.
What we are caring about
People-
is the
people
brothers
care the
dying
least.
up here. Then
No, because
don't tell me about
now,
a goddamn dog.
seriously, Ebola seems to be it's a disease that we don't have a handle on.
Yeah,
Now,
it's-
if it's affecting even the caretakers,
Yeah.
then it becomes a problem because if you keep this dog alive, fine, but some people will have to take care of that dog. Now, who will do that? Because it's very easy now. Obviously, these
Again.
activists would want to
Transmit.
do it. But for the good of society, if they do it, they're exposing themselves to the risk of getting Ebola
Ebola,
themselves,
yes.
and then start giving it to other people.
Yeah.
So it's all well and good to say animal rights,
Yes.
and the people who are trying to terminate that animal is not because they hate animals.
No,
It's because now the world is faced with a problem that we don't seem to know
And
how
the dog
to
is
deal
posing
with.
a risk to lives
course.
of many
Very,
people.
very
Yeah,
true,
absolutely,
very true.
absolutely. Even if you put it in isolation, you have to feed the
You have
dog.
to feed it
you have
and
to take
everything.
care of the dog.
Basically, somebody is
Yeah.
taking care of it.
Exactly.
Again, you see another case of
that-
Ebola.
it might
it becomes
be,
a
might
chain.
be, exactly. Yeah.
But it was also even interesting. I was going through the Guardian. This old thing about Ebola still. It's not emerging to be a racial issue when the first, Ebola case was African. You know that in the US who died. Now guys are like,
Yes.
if this dude was a white dude, then
Thomas Duncan.
basically they could have done something. That's the buzz going around. That's what they're saying. What do you think about the lie?
Yeah, and that's the problem. Very oftentimes, and now in today's world where technology has allowed information to move fast and people to share information, people have the tendency to go to those kind of conclusions. That's what was said. It's because it's Africans. That's why they're not doing anything. But the truth of the matter is that now we do see that they don't know what to do. We seem to be faced with a rather big problem and don't know how to contain it.
Yeah.
And now, of course, for Westerners,
Yes.
it's panic
Panic
when
mode,
one person gets it. And unfortunately, a lot of ignorance goes around Ebola because a lot of things have been said about it, some true and some not so true.
Yes.
But it has made people to fear it so much that just the other day I was watching French news, and some kids who are originally, the parents are originally from Guinea. They had gone for vacation. They went back to Guinea.
Yes.
They were fine. They didn't contract Ebola. Came back to France and put their children back in school. And because the other parents know that these kids are from Guinea, they were protesting. They were getting really violent and saying, "Get these kids out of this school.
Yeah.
They are going to give Ebola to our kids." And the headmistress was there, but
Imagine.
the kids don't have Ebola.
That's
they have
unfair.
been tested. It is very unfair. And they say the law says that we cannot take these kids out of school. So as long as they're on the territory, they have to have access to schooling. So be it here or somewhere else. So it brings up the worst in human beings when people start panicking.
Yeah, and speaking of the guy who died, Thomas Duncan, you know, in fact, I even tend to think it's the state of events when it was discovered that he has Ebola is probably that's what killed him, man. Those guys already, they were talking of prosecuting him. Of the fact that he lied. He didn't give. He didn't say that while in Liberia,
Yes.
he had actually interacted with people who potentially had Ebola.
Yeah.
So when that was revealed, after it has been discovered that he has Ebola, now they were even looking at a possible, legal process.
You know,
Now, talking of
I
legal
think-
processes,
I think,
yet we are looking at somebody's, health, somebody's life, and sad enough that he's even died.
But you know, Michael.
So to what extent, should these things go? How far should these things go?
No, I won't even look at that. You know, like it's a very, 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 very sad. You know, every morning I wake up. You know, I'm perusing through it. The way you said perusing.
I enjoy it.
Yeah,
You know,
he likes rubbing his fingers through the walking.
Through this the Western media, you know, this race thing, man, is coming up. Like, you know, it's very sad. Everything that happens is getting twisted along racial angles. You know, like it's interesting right now.
Yes.
There is a statement that the U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder has said, and now it's being highlighted even by the Guardian, and it's already having like responses. What the Attorney General is saying, yes, I am the Attorney General of the United States of America, but remember, I'm black. What does that send? The signals. You know, when I'm talking about that, it's
in what regard did he say that? In what context?
No. He was touring at the other like shooting of another 18-year-old boy, also a black boy, like a night today.
Yes.
There's another 18-year-old boy has been shot by a white cop. So like there's an uproar, you know, like in the neighboring.
Guys are up now.
They've woken up, you know, the old hoons now. The Attorney General himself has
from the previous incident
to tour the area, then he's speaking to the media. Then amid the statement, I haven't read the whole statement, but now that's what the Guardian is speaking out. They're saying the Attorney General of the U.S. is saying this. It's very interesting about the racial things, man.
Yeah, but people have to understand the context of America. If you go to America is very different from many other countries in that respect. There's racism everywhere, but now America is very much divided along racial lines because of its history, for obvious reasons.
Yes.
And those wounds have not totally healed. And every time we hear these stories of young black kids being shot down for no reason, because they're being stereotyped, because they see them in certain neighborhoods and they feel like, okay,
they shouldn't be there.
They're
because some racist cops just enjoy shooting black people.
Trigger happy cops.
Yeah. So at some point, he's the Attorney General. He has to keep a certain posture. But at some point, he's black too, and he has to acknowledge that. And that's why I say the context, because it depends who he was telling. He could have been telling that maybe if he's going to there when that happened, and you have a whole bunch of angry black people who are responding to him or who are attacking him, then obviously he would respond by saying, "But guys, I hold this position, but I'm also one of you guys. I'm also as outraged as you are, and I want to get to the bottom of this." So in America, it's difficult to not look at things in a racial. For example, if you look at Obama from this perspective, from here, you might say, "Oh, he has his origins in Kenya," but you will also point out that his mother is white. And so he will look like a mixed race type of situation for him. Whereas in America, that doesn't exist. There's no such thing as a mixed
race.
whatever.
Yeah.
You are black or you are white.
It's even interesting. The other time, there was a supermarket in the US. They were stocking the same, like toys.
Yes.
Yeah. Then there is this black toy. It was black in color. When I say black toy,
Yes,
it was black
yes,
in color.
yes.
The same toy with a white color. Now one was going for $1.2. That was the white doll. Then the black one was going for 0.99 cents. Man, you look at that, you're like, oh my goodness. It's actually a kid who discovered that in the supermarket.
Black
the
is
kid
cheap.
is shopping, is like, Ma,
Yeah, even discriminating.
they look the
toys.
same. But why this one, this? It was all over. Come on, you even discriminating dolls. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, so America is very funny that way. Now you know that the month of February in America is Black History Month.
Yeah.
Some people make jokes about that. They say, of course, you had to give us the shortest month in the year. So anyway, so it's the month where we are reminded of everything about African culture and African American culture in particular. Now, one supermarket owner figured, oh, it's Black History Month. I have to milk this cow myself.
Yeah.
So he lowered the prices on chicken. Now everyone was upset. They said, what are you trying to suggest? That black people like chicken? And in fact, they do. But but it seemed very racist, and yet such a good idea.
Yeah. So everything is okay.
So it's very difficult in America. What I'm trying to say is that
it depends on the
everything is along racial lines in America.
It's in the mind,
and
yeah.
you can't go get away from it.
And okay, let me quickly take you through, take you just across the borders. Something you don't expect amongst, the guys, the big names in the entertainment industry. Chameleon. Chameleon
Wagwan,
has been
what is he
accused
doing?
of stealing a handbag.
I heard that by a fellow artist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cindy. Yeah, they were together. They were together on the same table, just having drinks. And then this artist, Cindy, was called up to perform. So when she left the table, she went, performed. When she came back, her handbag was missing. Now, Chameleon was there, not alone, but he had his crew. So, he had to
So as the leader of the crew, he has to take the flak for everybody.
Yeah, and it was he was the one now asking the crew, where's Cindy's handbag? It's missing. And now, and the story has it that the bag had 2.5 million. Of course, I want to.
Showbiz.
Why would you even walk around with that money?
2.5 million.
Well, that was the payment for that night.
Maybe in hard cash. That even doesn't surprise me. Sometime back, speaking of Chameleon, sometime back when I was in high school,
Yes.
Coolio came visiting in Kenya. You know what Coolio stole from a supermarket? He stole ice cream. And ran away when there was a real chase. They didn't know who the hell Coolio was. But they're like, the guy has the ice cream, doesn't pay for the ice cream. It was for the showbiz.
But it's very interesting. So some people, there has been in different times, even in Hollywood, stories of kleptomania. That's like a disease. Like people they have enough money, but they go into stores and they shoplift.
They just shoplift.
Just for no goddamn reason.
Yeah.
And they have the money to pay. So many, I remember some big names. There's a lady called Winona Ryder, who's a very talented white actress in America. She's had that problem, and she acknowledged that she has that problem.
It's like a disease.
In fact, she took stuff. They didn't stop her. They didn't realize. And she came back and returned the stuff. She said, I'm very sorry. I've gone without pain. I don't know what came over me.
Yeah.
So those kind of stories keep happening. But that one is very funny because that's obviously not just kleptomania. Yeah, maybe somebody knew there was money in there.
Yeah.
But I know, Michael, I was raising something.
Yes.
Before, because I know you're going to tell us you're wrapping up.
No, I just wanted to
It's
give
a
one more
Friday.
story. Yes.
It's a Friday.
Yeah.
Then I was asking you guys. I think there is something wrong. So let's just move away from now the laugh and everything. I go clubbing every other time. My age allows me to do that. I go clubbing.
Yes, not according to Eugene.
But you know, it's very sad.
Yes.
When I move into a nightclub at 2 a.m. and I'm brushing shoulders with a 14-year-old in a bar, in a club, 14-year-old.
Yes.
What has
in Kigali?
I'm living in Kigali. I don't go partying in Uganda or Congo. I party in Rwanda.
But Moses, I know you've walked around East Africa.
so you know, I'm asking myself,
That's
where
why
are the
he's
morals?
wondering.
Who's messing up somewhere? Is it the parents who are not taking care of the kids? Is it you know the authorities failing us, you know, like to monitor all these kids? Because it's a rampant thing.
It's a very difficult thing to deal with, but they have to keep at it because it has been a problem for the longest time. We've said it before. Just the other day, we know there was like what they call in French Opération Coup de Poing. You know, when all of a sudden,
Okay,
all
reverse
they
that.
go,
Yeah, you just have to reverse
yeah, no, because I know you won't get it. So let me just give you the caption.
Yes.
So
That's
basically, we know that there was this operation where they got some of these club owners and arrested some of these club owners and took some of these kids also for the night and maybe alerted their parents. But it doesn't work when you do it when you target some people sometime and then you let go.
It's kind of sporadic.
Because it happens in many places. It's outrageous. You still have the courage to go out. I mean, the moment I saw that now everywhere you go, it's just kids. I would rather not go there.
Go in.
You know,
They give them hard alcohol, hard liquor.
They are misbehaving everywhere. You know, like where I come from, it's a problem not only to the Rwandan, you know,
Society.
community, but it's everywhere. But now where I come from, guys sat down and they were looking at that as a menace in society. So what they brought up was really very interesting. These kids right now, like in the city, they have a specific club zone where they meet on a Sunday afternoon.
Yes.
When they meet on a Sunday afternoon, it's an alcohol-free zone. They go there, they take their juice, they take their coca, they party to the music. They even go, they even have sponsored artists who go there to perform to these kids. They dance to their tunes. You know, Sunday from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Yes.
It's a solution
What
to some extent.
what we call the jam sessions.
Yeah, the jam session for the
referred
kids.
as
It's
jam
purely
sessions.
for the kids.
Yes, but
for
but,
them,
but
like
however much that was a good idea, apparently they started abusing it. You know, it started now becoming an avenue. In fact, I remember shortly before I left for Rwanda. That was the last time I was in Kenya. The issue was also coming up again that those venues now are turning out to be something else. You know, the very same kids that we trust and parents trust, and they think that when they go for those jam sessions, they're just okay. They're not okay. They're starting to do weird things, weird stuff.
What do you mean? Yeah.
People, they are smoking. They're having alcohol at
No.
times.
Those places, they don't
What
allow
they're
my
saying,
brother. They
what
don't.
they're saying is the trend is now changing. So
But to
what
some
was a good
extent,
idea
they solved up some problem, I think, to some extent. Because, you know,
to a given extent, but now it's being abused. The good idea is being
because
tarnished
Lion,
by others.
what I
for
could
the
ask
money.
myself is, why the hell could you allow a 14-year-old into a club? Seriously,
Exactly.
At the
So
doorstep.
that goes back to those owners and how much pressure is put on
That
these
is
bar
it.
owners and club owners
Yes.
to actually put the law into effect and what kind of consequences are on them when they don't do that.
Yes.
So that's why. So it was good that they did it that time, but that you have to keep at it. They have to keep monitoring because you know there's a great majority of first of all, apparently there's more women than men in this country.
Yeah.
But now there's a lot of young teenage girls.
Yeah.
And you have to think ahead. You have to think this is tomorrow's generation. These
Yes.
are the
Very
leaders
true.
of tomorrow.
Very true.
So what is happening of them? They are drinking, and we make jokes about that, but it's very serious. In a span of 1 year, they drink much more than most men have drank in their lifetime.
in a lifetime.
They drink
yeah,
more
sure.
than their fathers.
Yes.
They used to smell like their mothers. Now they smell like their fathers, even worse. No, it's very sad. It's very sad when I see it, and of course people are quick to blame the parents.
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes the parents don't even know the whereabouts of their kids.
very true,
Or
very
it's
true.
difficult to the teenage years are very difficult to manage.
Yeah,
Any
to
parent who has a teenager knows that.
Yes.
They are very difficult to manage. There's a time when they start to rebel against you. They go from admiring you to all of a sudden you're
You're
the
the
worst
number
person
one
in the
enemy.
world.
On you, yeah,
You're the
sure.
enemy. You just don't want me to have fun. You want me to do chores and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're very difficult to manage. And now, coming back to what we were talking about just a few days back,
Yes.
the era we are in now, the people who have access to your kids, there are way more people who have access to your kids and can influence them than you.
even
They have more
So
influence
when you
than
are
you
a
do.
parent,
Very
it's
true.
you against the world. You
Yeah.
have the internet, you have TV, you have bad friends, you have predators, sexual predators, you have sugar
Like
mummies and
some
daddies.
teachers who are also preying on the
'Cause at the end of the day,
absolutely. So
you-
now you can't even trust the people with whom you entrusted your children's education.
Yes.
Yeah, the priest is preying on them. The pastor is preying on. So they just can't get a break. So
Yeah,
sometimes
very true.
I say people don't be quick to judge parents.
Because even
parents
this,
are trying
this,
their
this
best.
parent is spending like in a 24-hour clock. The parent is maybe spending only 2 hours a day with these kids. And now the rest of the 18 hours, okay, maybe call them 10 because the sleeping time. This kid is out there with different people from different.
Getting
it's
all
very
kinds
tough.
of wrong information.
Yeah, it's very tough on the parents to handle themselves. So, Michael,
Yes.
I'm not going out tonight. If there are kids around, I'm not going out.
Take a break, brother. Take a break, brother. Okay. And
Long overdue. No, but they go to appropriate places for your ages. But they were talking earlier and probably even joking about it in the breakfast show, talking about 40-year-olds
yes.
Go to the
out.
clubs or not.
But they're the ones who have the buying power.
Yes.
But it's very true then. If there were, in Rwanda, we have a problem. If there were places where people of my generation, because I'm 40-something,
Could be mixing,
could go and not have to be confronted with kids,
Yeah.
then sure you would gladly go there.
out.
But is there one such a place?
The only place is Igisope, and nobody cares about that. Well, Abasope do. Of which I'm a proud member.
Yes.
But that being said, I've been pirated along the way.
Interesting.
all right.
Yeah. No, so we need places like that. We need lounges. We need places where you can go enjoy some nice music,
Yes.
some nice live music.
Yeah.
You know, we don't care about that playback or even, I don't care much for DJs and stuff like that. I love them. They're very nice people. But it's not the type of thing I go for now when I want to go enjoy myself. I like to see some live music.
Yeah,
Now,
enjoy your
everywhere
music.
there's live music. Now the police has done a good job at shutting these things down.
Down. They're
Now
making
what do
noise.
I
They're doing a great job.
Now I'm stuck at going to clubs where there's underage girls.
Very, very,
Oh,
very
which I
sad.
think,
Yeah.
but that I think that is very, very bad for for the society. So I
That's
think
very bad. They're the future of Rwanda. So
Yeah,
certainly.
stop drinking so damn much.
yes, but for the stakeholders out there who are listening for on this show this morning, they probably should act.
Ought to do something.
They ought to
sure,
act.
for real.
Thank you so much. So thanks a lot for your time, gentlemen, this morning. It has been News Review. Our listeners out there, 89.7 Contact FM. This is News Review. We've come to an end of the show this week. Do join us next week, and as usual, we do it here starting 7 a.m. in the morning. Have a wonderful weekend. Have
Bright and
fun.
early.
Enjoy responsibly, and don't seek,
allow kids.
don't seek underage
Yeah.
girls out there.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And don't be confused that they look older.
Good morning, Kigali.